Hey, I gotta give a shout out to Oscar and the TRC landscaping crew. I think they're down in Jersey. But I got a message from them guys. They watch all the videos and they really enjoy them. So thanks guys, thanks for watching. And thanks for keeping this going with me here and riding along. So have a good day guys. Pulling into Granville. I had to make some quick maneuvering. I was going to go to Fort Edward and get loaded up with clean stuff because we got to do 2 and 2 today. But just as I was getting ready to turn, Joe got a hold of me on the phone and told me that there was 6 trucks ahead of him, there was him, and then 2 trucks behind him to get loaded, so that could be hours. So last minute, I made some evasive maneuvers. And we shot right up here to Granville. We're going to load the dirty stuff first so we don't have to wait in line. I think that's going to be our better option. We only got to do 2 and 2 today so far. I mean, we don't know what we got to do in the afternoon, but that's a start. So we're pulling in here. It's going to be tough today, guys, because I don't know. Yesterday I had some audio issues with the camera, and I had all this stuff recorded already, and then I lost it all. So I don't know. And I try to, in my mind, I try to remember what I already talked about. So like I'm gonna be confused. I'm gonna be thinking that I already talked about stuff when I didn't, and I don't know what's gonna happen here. So we're pulling in, but we gotta get the axles. We gotta get the tarp, the axles. You know the drill. So while we're out here in the dry, let's go do that. Sure there's nobody behind us before we do this. Oh, there is somebody behind us. That's not gonna work. We gotta move. All right, much better. I was right. I didn't see. He had a little dump truck. I couldn't see him behind me. But you don't want to get in people's way if you can help it, you know, because he can just come in and be gone by the time I get done doing the axles and getting everything ready. Oh, here we go. She's frozen. We're frozen. See, everything's down, everything's locked. Good. All right, we're ready to load. Let's get this done here. I think this might put us a little bit cattywampus on the loading situation here, but it's better than sitting in line for 2 hours. So let's get loaded. Looking a little bit drier than normal, but wetter than yesterday. I don't know if he's mixing. See, this is all we got. It's all we got left. I don't know if you can see. And then a little over there, but on the other side of the machine. But that's about it for this dirt job here. And they're kind of mixing like the wet stuff with the dry stuff. I don't know, it's supposed to be warm enough. I never even thought to do any calcium or nothing because it's been, what's the temperature? It's 26. But it's sunny, you know, freezing's 32 obviously. And the trailers do run a little bit colder, I think, because they're metal. So things can freeze, but I think at 26 will be all right. See, I planned on doing the dry clean fill first, and then the last minute ordeal here, but I think we'll be fine. The sun beats down on the black tarp, and that creates heat and stuff, so usually 26, 28, you're still okay. Much lower than that, and you want to start using calcium or something, or at least dry material. So we're loading up here, take this down old Ford Edward scissor hands. And that's that. I think we'll be all right today. I'll keep you posted here on the situation, but we're doing all right. All right, let's get back to trucking. Got a couple more buckets here and we're out of here. Edward scissor hand dumping. Let's see if she's frozen or not. I don't think so. It's plenty warm. In fact, let me see. Yeah, it's up to 29 now. It's sunny. I think we'll be good, but I'll let you know. Dump this, go out back. Hopefully there ain't any trucks out there. If my plan worked this morning, there'll only be like 1 or 2 trucks we gotta wait for, if that. So that'd be cool. Well, apparently that stuff was dry enough. Nothing froze, so that's good. I thought it's got to be pretty cold for the stuff to freeze. Like I said, 32 degrees Fahrenheit is freezing. We all know that, but sometimes you can dip a little bit lower than that and you'd be fine. So let's see what we got going on here. We got, I don't know if you can see that far ahead. One truck just pulled away. We got 2 trucks to get loaded. They're little trailers, so they should be pretty quick, and then me. So that actually kind of worked out pretty good this morning, I think. And there's a couple of people up here that are just getting loaded now and just scaling out. And I've already got 1/4 of the day done. So I think that worked out okay. We'll have to see as the day progresses. The thing of it is a lot of these guys aren't doing the dirty stuff. So I'll end up behind them because they're just going to go up there. I'm going to go up and dump. Like say one of these guys is behind me, I'm going to go dump and I'm going to go reload the dirty stuff. And in the meanwhile, they're going to dump and just pull out. So they're going to be ahead of me. Then when I get back here to Fort Edward Scissorhands, I got to dump the dirty stuff. And another guy that was behind me will typically get by me. So now I got to wait 2 people in line. But at least you get that morning one, because if you get up here and you got to wait behind all them trucks, it turns into a long afternoon. And it's tiring back and forth. It's a good job though. You know, all the talking I do about Granville, it's almost done. We're finishing up here. We only got a couple truckloads left, and I'm gonna miss it. I like the country out here where we go and in the drive. But it'll be a good change to do something different, I guess, too. Either way, I always say that in my videos. I don't care what I do. I just blab. I'm not really complaining. It's just boring now. So, you guys help me get through it. That makes it easier. Talking to a camera. People looking at me funny for talking to nothing. Alright, we're all ready to go here. The trailer's all clean. That all came right out. Came right out good. So, that's the benefit of that stuff being in the tarp and the tent now, is that it gives it a chance to dry out. So like if it like raining yesterday, that stuff would have been soaking wet, and it wasn't really. Plus I think they mix like lime or something in it. I don't know. I'm rambling. Let's get loaded up. Okay. We're scaled out. Got our paperwork signed. We gotta go. We gotta get the windows up. It's cold. Gotta get the tarp closed. I gotta crunch down my butterscotch. We're good on this.
Solution truck 33H with clean fill for Granville.
He's on it too. He's on it too. It's just what happens. You can't mess around now because there's a lot of guys behind us and in front of us that you got to stick with here. How's my tarp doing? It's doing good. This stuff must be getting heavier or wetter or something this end, the clean fill, because before it would stick up over the trailer and now it's below, it's like lower, so the density isn't as much, or it's more dense now. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. That's one thing I'm not. Truck driver, yes. Scientist, no. So there's some kind of a density thing going on, and there's not as much material in the trailer to make the same amount of weight. Okay, tarp's closed. We're grabbing gears. Let's go back to Granville. Here we are. Number 2, clean fill. Ready to dump. Almost. Okay, we're loaded at Granville. Gotta pull out of the tank, get our paperwork, and head back down to Scissorhands. I just wanted to talk about a common misconception in trucking that some people don't understand. If you could see ahead of me, I don't know if you could see them up there, but that's a log truck I'm following. And there's some movie that I've never seen, and people are gonna go crazy in the comments that I haven't seen it, because everybody talks about this, but those logs don't typically fall out of that truck and kill you. I feel pretty safe being behind that log truck. So that's just something I wanted to clear up, because I hear that a lot, that these logs are just gonna fall out and go through the car and smash you. Probably not gonna happen. In fact, I can almost guarantee those logs will not just come out of that truck and kill you. Look, he went that way. I can breathe again. Whew. Well, we made it. Scale in, dump, reload, head north. Had a wild 156 pulling on the scale with dirt from Granville. Me too, thanks. See that back window? Use that back window if you got it, don't forget. Be a pro. Use what you got. Now let's try not to hit nothing. Oh yeah. Job well done. Now, get back up, dump this. Not exactly sure what we got to do.
Hello there, where are you coming from?
Not exactly sure what we got to do next, but oh yeah, gentle little love tap. Body going up. Lock your brake. I always lock the trolley brake when I'm dumping somewhere where there's ice or like mud or something, because when everything comes out of the trailer, it can push you forward if you're just relying on your tractor brake. Sometimes it'll slide the wheels and everything. So, got that going up. I'm not exactly sure what we gotta do. I know next we gotta go out back and get clean fill and go back up, since we started. You know, normally if I did 2 and 2, this would be where I ended, but since I started up there, I gotta bring clean fill back up. So, which is no big deal. I would imagine the boss man will probably have me grab another dirty one. I gotta come back down anyway, unless he's in a rush for me to get somewhere. Maybe I'll have to, maybe he's got something time constraint or something that I gotta get somewhere to do something. I don't know what we're doing. But I'm just trying to give you an update. I gotta bring it, clean one up after I dump this, and then we'll find out and I'll let you know. Let's get this dumped off, get loaded, get heading north. Okay, so I was just talking about how I lock the trolley brake when I'm dumping so it doesn't slide you forward. The trolley brake is this. It's basically just trailer brakes. It just controls air to the trailer. So you can, normally I'll just lock the tractor brakes, and we gotta go easy through here. This ain't, it's not.
Mission 33H.
Oh God.
With
Hold on.
clean dirt for Granville.
It's not that it's that hard of a turn, but on my passenger side, there's like little branches that stick out. They would never hurt nothing, but you don't want them sliding down the side of the trailer, because these aluminum trailers, you'll always see that. I mean, you can polish them out, but it's like a, you know, you just don't want, even like the little smallest little twig, you don't want it doing that because you'll see it on there. So anyways, so the trailer brakes, normally I'll just set the tractor brakes when I stop somewhere, unless it's icy or something. You got to use some discretion, you know, but that way it keeps air going to the trailer for the suspension and for my air gauges. It basically keeps the trailer alive. Sorry, I'm watching for holes and I'm watching for all things. But when I dump, it's a good habit to get into. Just set your trailer brake too. Use your trolley brake, that way there's still air going to the system. But sometimes if all this stuff comes out at once, if it all comes out of the trailer at one time, you can slide the tractor tires. Even if your brakes are adjusted perfect and everything, sometimes if you get into some wet, like muddy or icy stuff, you could slide the whole thing forward. You don't want that, especially when you're dumping in a door like that. Well, not especially. Actually, you would rather it happen there because then you could just shovel it up. But what you don't want it to happen is somewhere like a landfill or something where you could put your trailer into a low spot or a hole or something, you know, because if it slides forward, you can tip over that way. So it's just a habit. It takes 2 seconds to put that on, then you take it off, and you get doing the same routine over and over. That's why I talk to you guys about when I'm doing the trailer. Like, I don't like people to help me with the trailer, opening the door, doing the suspension, everything, because I got to do a certain way, and that's part of it. So like that brake is part of it, and that way you remember to do it, you remember to release it before you go, and all sorts of stuff. So I just wanted to clarify what a trolley brake was for people that may not know. All right, we're out back here. We're all buttoned up. The trailer's ready to go. Got my lever sticking out. Tarp's open. Axle's down. Let's load up. Looks like we got one truck ahead of us. Maybe. So let's catch up with him. Get loaded and get going here. It's the last one, I think. I'll let you know. It's the sheriff. Put your beers down. Keep a safe following distance. And don't drive like you're drunk. Keep it in your lane. Well guys, we're back to Granville. I gotta dump the clean stuff off. I gotta wait for this guy to get back down in there. They're going down, dumping it down in there, and then the dozer's pushing it around wherever they need it. So I gotta wait for him to dump, and then I gotta go in. I am gonna end up loading one more to go back down to Scissor Hands, because I gotta go south anyway, so there's no sense not taking something down with me on the way. And I guess Boss Man doesn't have anything right away that needs to get done, so I'll do that. But that's gonna be about it. Wednesday's over. This was supposed to be Tuesday's video, but you know, camera difficulties, and I'm not very good at these cameras yet, so we're learning. So thanks for watching. Appreciate the subscriptions and all that, and if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do that. And I think I'll try to do another video tomorrow. I like to do Tuesdays and Thursdays if I can, but maybe I won't, because I also like to have a day off from recording. I don't know what I'm going to do. We'll see. But the best way to know is either Instagram. I usually put stuff on there on my story or whatever about what's going on, or subscribe so that you get notified. Anyways, that's it. The Granville grind is just about done for today. See you in the next one. Get on home, yeah. Get on home. you got to be careful of. Stuff hanging all over the place, blowing off, bumpers careening in the wind, tires crooked. Just get by them guys. Ugh, God.